First of all, I want to ask you about Niels Hoglander. Obviously, we can see, how he's been skating with Bo and how he did in the scrimmage the other night from up here. But in terms of off the ice and around the group, how has he been fitting in so far?
To be honest, it's on the ice. It seems like he's doing well, but I haven't spent a whole lot of time with him. He was in my group for the pre-camp groups, so I got to spend a little time with him there and watch him on a day-to-day basis. But he's a pretty quiet guy, but he's making an impact on the ice. He's obviously showing everybody what he can do with the puck. He's pretty gifted player. So we're happy to have him. And, it's good to see he's skating well with Bo and Pierce.
And in terms of working on the power play today, I know you guys got some special teams work in the other day as well. When you look at that group you have on the top unit, how excited are you about what you might be able to accomplish this year with the number of young guys that are on it that could still continue to grow?
Yeah, it's very exciting. I think, we talk about, I think I said earlier in the week that, every time we want to be out there, we want the puck on our stick. We want to take over a game. It could change momentum in a game. We're always talking about getting momentum for our team, whether that's, it's not always getting a goal, but, having a good shift. And I think we talk about all the time about taking pride out there. I think it's really hard to be on a good power play. It's a hard spot to play, hard spot to be in. It could change the course of a game, like I said. And, it's nice to go out there with a little experience with these guys and, pretty much the same group having it together. And it's becoming seamless. We're excited to get it for game one. And, it's good to have these practices where we can work on it a little bit.
Next up is Gemma Carson-Smith.
Hi, JT. With everything that's happened in Dallas today and them having to close the facility and suspend practice, I'm wondering if that kind of situation makes you think about the potential of the season and what's at stake here.
Yeah, I didn't even know that happened. So I think we're just trying to go about our business here and, abide by all the protocols and do what everybody's asking us to do. It's not much leash to do much, so just got to follow our orders and worry about us. I hadn't even heard that happened to them. So
there are some people who say, with everything going on in the world right now, that it doesn't even make sense for the NHL to be playing. How do you respond to that? What can the NHL bring during a kind of tough time around the world?
People, I try not to get into this stuff too much, but I know people love sports, so it's good for whatever. I don't really have a good answer for you. I'm just here doing my job. I was told we're playing, so that's what I'm focused on. And if people don't want to watch, I don't really care. So we're here, we're focused, and we want to win as a team, and that's all we can really worry about.
Next up is Thomas Drance.
JT, this is the first time we've had a look at your power play formation at training camp. I'm sure you guys have run it previously, but from the drills today, and I know the power play may not have been the point of emphasis, but you're back on that downhill side circle where you sort of played the last 10 games of the regular season into the playoffs. What changes do you see with Toffoli's departure from where you sort of initiate things in that spot?
It's not a whole lot. I think maybe Toff had a little more experience playing down there than Brock. I think he's been used to playing net front and by the net before on special teams. Brock spent a lot of time on that one-timer side that I'm on. But we really didn't do anything different. We put another skilled, really good hands, right-handed shot down by the net. It just pretty much kept it the exact same. We had a lot of success with this. So, I don't know. I feel like I just said before, I think it's been a pretty seamless transition. Toff is really good for us there, but obviously we have a lot of faith that, Brock's got really good hands, really good tipper. He knows where to be, and we're all working on our game out there, on the power play and try to take our power play to another level. And to answer your question, I don't think we did a whole lot differently.
And you talked about it being seamless. You've talked about continuity, and you've talked about taking pride in doing the job. But as you gain chemistry with this group, as you have that continuity and go into, game 70 or 80, having all played together in this spot, do options open up? Do certain rotations, certain different things you can do become clearer to you guys as a group? And how has that evolved over the course of your time in Vancouver?
Yeah, I think after the midway point, we had a really good, I think power play numbers the whole year last year, but I think after the halfway point, we kind of turned the corner, maybe even 3/4 of the way through the season. Like things started to click a little bit. We changed our spots up a little bit. I started playing more on that side. I think as a unit, we have more threats when we have a lot of lefties to pass to for one-timers. With me or the righty at the goal line making those passes. So, we talk all the time, like the power play is like a difference maker. We don't sometimes bring our A game all the time 5-on-5. So we really, like you said, taking pride, like this is something we really push ourselves to be better at every day. And I think that we learned a lot in the playoffs, like different teams penalty kill different. Through the first 3 rounds, we saw 3 completely different types of penalty kills. And I was really impressed with the way that we adjusted to that. And we had an answer for pretty much everything. I mean, last couple of games, Vegas did a good job of limiting our chances with a lot of pressure, but I think we did a really good job of, for a first time unit being together, of adapting to different types of penalty kills. So, it's exciting to see that just a little bit more experience and maturity that we're all staying together and, keep adapting to those.
And with the last question for JT, it's Barry DeLay.
Hi, JT. How you doing?
I'm good.
Hey, a couple of things. First of all, you guys had such a good playoff run in the bubble. What did you learn there, or what do you take from there that you apply to this season going forward?
Just the playoffs?
Yeah, what you learned, what you achieved in the playoffs. How can you people always talk about that learning, that you learned so much in the playoffs. What did you learn there that you can apply to this season?
It was obviously a strange one being in the bubble, but I think for what it was, and it was pretty normal playoff with the intensity, minus obviously the fans are a big part of that. But I think we learned we have a good team. I think we have an expectation. I think we have a high standard for our team. I think we know what we're capable of now. I mean, last year we had a lot of new faces, and on paper we were supposed to be a good team or whatever, or be better than the year before. But I think we proved that we could beat anybody in the National Hockey League, and I think it should, going back to what I just said, is we should have a high expectation as a group and a high standard to just to help push us a little bit more.
You had a very good productive year last year. How important is it for you and for your core guys who you expect to repeat and add to that production this year in this 56 game season?
I don't think we want to put a lot of pressure on producing. I think that we know if we're playing our games and we play consistent and play at both ends, that there's guys on this team that have enough skill that their points will come. So I think we've got to play hard, play with the puck, and try to be responsible both ends. And it's cliche, but stuff really opens up when you play like that, and hopefully the skill takes over.